In this year's 2020 Rose Parade with the theme, The Power of Hope. And it didn't hurt that this year's first female Hispanic president is a graduate from Alhambra High School in 1983, so that also helps. So I want to thank all of the parents, all of the students, and we're going to start off with a quick little 3-minute video. We have pizza back there. I don't know if everybody has gotten a piece, but they'll wave to me if we have extra. Just don't stampede and go get the extra. I do not want to take home the leftover pizza because when I went to Costco to pick up 60 pizzas, the line to get the pizza was 40 minutes, and people were not happy because usually it's 15 minutes. And then they saw this Suburban getting loaded up with 60 pizzas, and there was some choice words said to the guy in the Suburban. Let's play this video, and you'll see what our kids are going to be doing and what the Rose Parade is all about. So we know the band will not be playing that low. They'll be playing much better than our audio awards, so that's a good thing. But as you can see, it's festivities over a week for all the people that come to Pasadena. Whether they go to Band Fest, whether they go to a Quest Fest, whether they go see the floats being decorated, whether you go decorate a float, none of the band members will be doing that, but parents can go do that. Or whether you want to watch the Rose Parade. 700,000 people line Colorado Boulevard to see the Rose Parade, and it's shown over to and it's broadcasted over 40 million people on TV. It's America's New Year's celebration on January 1st, so it's an exciting time. The last time that our bands were in the Rose Parade was the 2009 Rose Parade, where the president, Corky Consineri, was also a graduate of Alhambra High School. So again, we get this little luck when people graduate from the district and become president of the tournament, we get our bands in, so that's always a good thing. I also want to give a special introduction to our school board president, Mr. Bob Jin. And now I'm going to turn it over to the superintendent of schools, Denise Jaramillo, to give a warm welcome.
My name is Denise Jaramillo. I'm the incredibly proud superintendent of Alhambra Unified School District. I'm a little bit psychic also. I kind of know where you're going to be January 1st, 2020, right? Whether you are sitting on the side of Colorado Boulevard watching your child, or whether you're a child walking down the street. So we are incredibly excited about this opportunity. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge AEF. Mr. Steve Perry and all the wonderful people in the back, will you raise your hand? They bought dinner for us tonight. Thank you. And Steve is a little bit humble. He is correct. We get the opportunity when someone who knows about Alhambra School District gets onto the tournament presidency or the board. But really, it is Steve that has kind of served as that liaison to say, remember us, remember us. So, Steve, thank you. We know that you did a lot to make this happen for us. So you didn't come to hear me talk, but I don't know if you're a parent or you're a student. I think parents, you are going to realize what an incredibly big opportunity this is for our kids. I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing to go down Colorado Boulevard on January 1st. So I hope together we figure out a way to make it happen. And Steve just whispered in my ear, he says, "You're going to walk with them?" And I said, absolutely, I'm going to walk if I get that chance. So anyway, thank you for being here. We are going to do this together. We're going to look for your support. I'm sorry it's so crowded, but this is a good problem to have. So thank you.
For those who need it, we do have translators available. I believe we have Mandarin, Vietnamese, Spanish, and Cantonese. So if you need it, we can disperse around Mandarin, raise your hand, Vietnamese, Cantonese, and Spanish. So if you need translators, you can raise and we can come to you if you need somebody to come to you. So hi everybody. Can you hear me? I dislike microphones. So I'm pretty sure you all can hear my voice. If you can't, just do this in the back. Can you all hear me? Yeah, that's my parents. Sit up here, they can hear me. All the way in the back, you can't? Seriously? Oh, okay, here we do this. So, my name is Mark Charleston. Hello everybody, welcome to Alhambra High School. This is my campus. I'm the band director here at Alhambra, and I'm the one that was on the parade the last time we did this so many years ago because everybody else retired from it. I feel very sad. And now I'm getting closer to it, and I was thinking, oh, I'm never going to get there. So, just real quick, I want to introduce, I know we have, Justin is not here, Mr. Lee from our Keppel High School. We have Ben Coria is right here. So our directors from the 3 schools. We have staff that are scattered throughout. We'll introduce them at another time. So today is to talk about what the parade is and just give you a little bit of insight about that. And when we were meeting to talk about this, we thought, wouldn't it be great to get it from a student perspective? So I would like to introduce you to Ms. Taffy Hui, who was from Mark Keppel class of 2011, who was in the parade in 2009 and is now working on our staff. So, Taffy Hui.
Hi, how's it going? I wasn't really expecting to do any speech or anything, so I'm gonna totally wing this thing. Well, basically, I heard about the Rose Parade. The last time Alhambra Unified done this was probably 7th grade of, how long ago was that? I don't even know. Maybe 10 years? 10 years? No, for me. Yeah. So basically I learned about the Rose Parade about 4 years before we ended up actually walking down Colorado Boulevard.
So when I heard about that, I was like, I have to be in band. So once I got into band and all that stuff, they were like, okay, we're gonna do the Rose Parade, and but first we're gonna spend an entire a year and a half before having to practice with the rest of the high schools. So me being in Keppel, I had to meet everybody else in St. Gabriel and Alhambra, having to either like practice in like one of our fields. And then after that, we spent the last 2 weeks right before the Rose Parade having to basically march and march and march until our feet fell off. In the Santa Anita Mall racetrack thing. Yeah.
Parking lot?
Yeah, the parking lot. Woo-hoo. Yeah. And with all of that, we basically practiced to do a couple marches beforehand, like do a couple parades like the Huntington July 4th parade and the Disneyland parade, and I think that's it. Knott's Berry? No, we did not. Did we? Oh, we did. We did the Knott's Berry Farm as well. So basically, we prepped by going into other parades as well. The Rose Parade is definitely the longest one that we had. It was 5.5, but no kidding. When I went down there, it really felt like I finished before I started. Because, like, I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff going on. But it's really a great experience. I'm so glad that I did it. I was a trumpet player there, and I got to make a lot of friends throughout the time because we spent a lot of time together having to practice and, you know, just hanging out. And that's basically my experience. Yeah, that's it.
So thank you. Just like Steve was saying, you know, it's a 5.5 mile down Colorado. We've got about, you know, at the beginning it was about 3,000 spectators. Now about 40 million worldwide. We'll see Alhambra on the map and everything like that. It's wonderful and it's a lot of fun. So why are we doing the parade? One of the greatest honors that a marching band can receive is to be named as an official participant in, and this is the actual name of the parade, the Tournament of Roses Parade. Not only is this a chance of a lifetime opportunity for the students of the 3 schools, but this is an opportunity to show the world a glimpse of the wonderful things that our students are doing, because there's a lot of great things going on in Alhambra, so we want to make sure we show that with our arts. So people have asked, well, what have we done so far to get ready for this? So the 3 high schools, we gathered in the spring of 2017, we prepared an audition video. Even though the presidents from Alhambra High School, we still had to audition for this. So we prepared a video, and we got after that we started doing performances, and it was at Barbara Messina's retirement dinner. Yeah, it was at Barbara Messina's retirement dinner that we were surprised by Miss Laura Farber, who came in and welcomed us as one of the bands. And we will get a real official welcome at the AEF dinner coming up. We continue to work at our home schools, so each school is practicing and working on technique, both music and marching. And we will be gathering several times over the next several months to work with the band staff to hone our skills to put our best foot forward on the parade. And then we've got some current future band members who participated in the uniform fittings. And at the end tonight, if you have not been fitted for a uniform, we are going to take some of those down. We've got what's left of our uniforms that can be worn, and then we've got to size up anybody else who hasn't been fitted before you leave. That way we have to order those. And we have to order these within the next few days. Otherwise we won't get them in time. It takes several months to get these things made. And so we have to do that tonight. And this is pretty much the last chance to put those together. Each high school has also received several new instruments thanks to the generous support of AUSD and the stakeholders, including AEF. We've got saxophones, trumpets, mellophones, baritones, percussion instruments. And then as a leadership staff, we continue to meet monthly to talk about what we need, where we're going to be rehearsing, what's coming up, what's on the agenda, what's going on with the schools and the bands. So the biggest thing for this is it's a big schedule, and this is going to look like a daunting schedule. We currently have a scheduled plan for March 13th at St. Gabriel High School. Most of our afternoon rehearsals are from 4:30 to 6:30. I'm going to make this available for all the band directors. Well, the band directors have this, so we can print this off and give it to you all at your home schools, but feel free to take pictures. On April 6th, we were going to have a rehearsal during the day, And then we are performing at the AEF dinner at St. Gabriel Hilton. So that's kind of one of those long days. Rehearsal on May 1st and rehearsal on May 10th. And then that's to prepare for the Monterey Park Playdays Parade, which is on May 11th. Most of these times up here, these are pretty, they're not set in stone, but it's a good ballpark for us to follow. After the Playdays Parade, school's ending, we're going to be getting together in June. We have to put that schedule together. But we need to put together a few days because we're going to perform at the Sierra Madre 4th of July Parade. So that's why obviously the parade's on July 4th. That's a morning parade. And then we're going to be getting together in the summer a little bit to get together. It will not conflict with summer school, as some of our students will be in summer school, some of our teachers will be in there. Then in the fall, we're going to get together a few times more. We have to do, as part of the parade, we do the band fest. If you saw, there was some of the stuff that happens on a football field. The band will get together and perform on a football field. So if you've seen Tri-City Band Day, it's that, except we're going to do it a little bit more in depth with some more movement, some more pageantry. So that's why we're going to be getting together throughout the fall to get ready for that performance, which you will see for the first time at Tri-City Band Day, which is the next one, November 20th. And that's back to a Wednesday. Then, once December rolls around, we're going to be out there pretty much, this is tentative right now, but probably December 27th through December 31st, wherever we can get a place, which is probably going to be back at the Santa Anita racetrack. Their parking lot next to Huntington is very big, very wide open, nobody parks there. It's a great place for us to practice the turn, to practice our maneuvering, everything that needs to be done. For something like that, we'll get together in the morning. So you'll eat kids will eat a good breakfast, meet over there. I can't remember if we did buses the last time, but we'll figure that out, the transportation. We'll meet at the school, at the racetrack. We'll practice for a few hours. We'll have lunch, and then we'll practice for a couple more hours, and we'll send them home. It doesn't go into the evening, but it is a long day, and it's a long few days going up. As you can see, it pretty much straight out through their vacation for all of us, right to the 31st. On the night of the 31st, New Year's Eve check-in. This is something we did last time. Every other band that participates in this is coming from far away. They all get hotel rooms, and they put all the students in hotel rooms, so they're all in one location. In talking to other band directors, we found out, yeah, they usually do a little party for the kids, and then they put them all in bed, in their rooms, to get ready for the next morning. Well, we're 3 miles away. So what we did last time is we got the gym at St. Gabriel High School. They have multiple gyms. They had a little party, they watched movies, they had snacks, all that good stuff. And then at some point, I can't tell you exactly what they did because I was home in bed, because I had to walk this and I'm old. And the kids were separated, the girls in one gym, the boys in another gym. Everybody goes to bed at like 3:30 in the morning. Everybody wakes up, they eat breakfast, they get on a bus, they get dressed, they get on a bus, and we drive to wait. And wait, and wait, and then we march the parade. So that 31st is really important that we keep everybody there, and I know for some people it'll be like, well, I want my child home. This is the easiest way to make sure that everybody makes it there. So this is a non-negotiable. Everybody is locked up there. They're supervised, well supervised, plenty of parents, plenty of adults there supervising. Everybody's separating. And then we get them in the morning so we don't have to worry about anybody eating the wrong food, drinking the wrong beverages, and I'm talking sodas and the stuff that's going to wear them out on that parade route. And then finally, on January 1st, we get to the parade route, we get one more look at bathrooms on the bridge overlooking the 210, 710, whatever we're calling that. And they get to use that bathroom one more time, and then we make the long walk over to, I think it's Orange Grove, to get ready for the parade. I'm going to pass this to Steve Perry.
The best part, Mark, that you forgot is when you get to the end of the parade, there's an In-N-Out burger waiting for them. So that's the best part. You get 2? Oh, okay, 2 burgers for you hungry kids. So even though we're 3 miles away, it still costs money. And that's where AEF comes involved. And once we partnered with the district, partnered with the 3 high schools, we wanted to make sure that we get our kids up there, get them the uniforms, get them the instruments, and we set a budget for about $200,000. That's for a local band. The bands that are coming far away, they're spending anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million. Just think about this. Texas, who had the largest band in the parade 3 years ago, had 830 members marching. And they had to fly them all here. They had 4 semi-trucks bring the band equipment and all the uniforms, but they had to still fly 830 kids here to get them here. So you can imagine the cost of that. So when you talk about buses every day, 5 or 6 buses, you talk about trucks to put all the band equipment in. You talk about feeding everybody. A happy kid is a fed kid. So all of this, the new instruments, we've already spent over $100,000 on new instruments, working with the district and being able to get donations and stuff. So writing grants and using money that AEF has run. We did a fundraiser with Barbara Messina. She was a mayor here for, seems like forever. If you live in Alhambra, you know the name. Her dinner, we raised $57,000 just in one dinner. So we have a couple of fundraisers coming up that we'd like everybody to participate in. We have little ones. We're selling t-shirts in the back. We sold the first 150 at the Tri-City when we did it whenever it was, several months ago. We ran out really quick in one day, 150. We ordered another 500 t-shirts. They're $15 a piece. We have small up to XXX, and we have children's sizes. And then we also have this cool water bottle. It has the marching band on it. It's insulated, hot or cold. Don't throw it in the dishwasher, just rinse. And it's $25. And everything that we raise goes to the band. But our big fundraiser, oops, we don't want to block the screen. Thank you. The big fundraiser is the best one. We're going to raffle off a 2020 Honda. Okay? We're only going to sell 1,000 tickets. So you have 1 in 1,000 chance, and the tickets are very, very reasonable. They're $50 a piece. So just think, if I spend $50 and I can win a 2020 Honda Accord, and the owner of New Century BMW just bought a Honda dealership in Glendale, and he wants to help us out, and we think that's going to be great. So we're going to kick that fundraiser off at our dinner on April 6th, and if you want to go to the dinner, we'd love to have you come. We always sell out every year. 500 people. It's at the St. Gabriel Hilton. The band's going to be performing there. The president of the Tournament of Roses will be there. And that's something that we're really excited about. So we're going to kick it off. And as soon as we sell the 1,000 tickets, we're going to reach into whatever we want to put the tickets in and call that lucky winner. We will give them an option in case they didn't want a new car. Maybe they just got a new car. We'll cash them out for a cash award prize that they can, take there. And we won't tell the IRS or the Trump administration, so we'll just keep that quiet. We'll give you the check. And then our last fundraiser that we'll do, the kids probably don't know this person, maybe some of the parents do, but Richard Blade, the 80s DJ, he'll be performing for AEF. We're going to be doing, if you remember, if you're an Alhambra resident, Monterey Park resident, St. Gabriel, we used to call it the Taste of Alhambra. We're not doing the Taste of Alhambra, but it's going to be called, Maria, what's the theme? I'm sorry? Magic in the Music, and we're going to be doing it on the golf course, hole number 9. So we got the whole golf course there at hole number 9. We're going to have the DJ, we're going to have free food and alcohol for 1 ticket price. No children, sorry, no one under 21, because the adult beverages will be flowing. And people watching you by the lake so you don't fall into the lake. But those are the 3 fundraisers that are coming up. So we got the AEF dinner on April 6th. We have the car drawing, and then we have the night under the stars, magic under the music, or magic music, and then the t-shirts and the water bottles. And again, our goal is $200,000. We're at about $134,000 that we've raised so far. So we're almost there. So we need the car sold, and then we need to sell tickets for our 2 events. Thank you very much.
So next I'm going to introduce Brad Walsh from Secondary Education. He's going to talk about parent opportunities.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, all you folks in the back. Good evening, way over there. All right. How about those with the band families? You guys are supposed to be very excited to be here. There you go. All right. You know, you've heard a lot of things about what, you know, we need to do to pull this off, and, you know, we need, you know, the family support, and the family support starts with the parents. So parents, I'm here to, maybe I'll think about talking about this in a second, but some of the thoughts that I have is, you know, you've heard Steve and everybody talk about fundraising support. We're spending money like we have it, and as you heard, you know, 130-ish thousand out of 200 and some thousand we need. And I don't know, anybody got 60,000 on it? Because if you did, we could be done with this conversation right now. But what I want to make sure that you all go away with is this. Nobody gets turned away because they feel like they can't pay anything. Like you can't buy a $5 ticket or something like that. Everybody participates. That's clear, right? All right. So, that being said, though, we would love people to help out where they can. So, parents, by all means, student encouragement is what we need you for probably the most, believe it or not. You got to keep everyone enthused about going to school every day and keeping their grades up. Students, if your grades very much suffer, what happens at school? You don't get to participate in all these fun activities. Right? So, keep yourself academically eligible. Each of our schools has band boosters. Is that right? Yeah. So, all of your band booster families, they're working with us on the leadership. So if you have any questions or any thoughts, make sure you give them to your band booster leaders, and then they'll bring them, you know, to the table with us. Y'all know your band boosters, right? Oh, I heard a no. Right. Okay, all right. I was just kidding. But think of the things that we have to buy. Instruments was mentioned. We're buying lots of instruments. Some of these instruments, Mark, I'm kind of surprised how expensive they are. Some of these musical instruments are outrageously expensive. We're buying uniforms. How much are our uniforms, Mr. Tolson? 400 apiece. All right, now luckily we have a whole bunch of them, right? But we're, as Mr. Charlton said earlier, for those of you that haven't been fitted, we can do a little bit of that tonight, and we will definitely be buying more uniforms. It was mentioned about incidental stuff like buses. Our coaches and our directors, you know, they all would like to be paid a little bit of money, right? For a little bit of the time that they're with us. We know we don't pay them enough, folks, but we pay them what we can. So what we'll do instead is we'll thank you very much to everybody. Anyways, and you know, all of this is happening because of the boosters. It's happening because of AEF. It's happening because of AUSD. And most importantly, it's happening because of the families. So what can you do also to help out? How about chaperoning? Mr. Trolson, do families come chaperone the night in the gym? Oh my God, what an opportunity. You all could be up all night. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. We know some of the boosters we're talking about, that they got some that already, you guys can sew and you have those skills to help us with the, what do they call them, the alterations to our uniforms. So make your talents known. Okay, so I don't know if I'm missing anything else. Anybody? I think that's about it. I wanted to say, you know, if there's any questions, but I really don't want to take any at the moment because I want to turn this back over. But we'll be here. And just kidding. He says, join your booster club, people. If you haven't already joined, be part of it. And I think with that, I'm going to turn this back over to Mr. Trolson.
As they were just touching on, one of the biggest ways you can help your child is to join these organizations, the boosters that are on the campus that help out. Most of the time it's just helping out, handing out stuff like was being done tonight, making sure things are signed, all those great things. Meet up with your boosters. I know we got Mark Keppel boosters here, we're the Mark Keppel boosters. And the same Gabriel boosters. And Alhambra boosters. But they're great organizations. They get together, they do everything to support. Their only job is to support us in helping your kids to achieve anything they want to achieve. So the last thing we have, before we wrap up, a reminder, if you're from Alhambra and you haven't been fitted, or you're going to be coming to Alhambra and you have not been fitted, you're going to come find me after this. If you're from St. Gabriel and you haven't been fitted, you're going to find Mr. Correa. And that's your new homeschool coming up if you're an 8th grader. And if you're from Keppel, you're going to find Joshua over here. Okay? So without reading this, I mean, this, as a band director, this is really exciting. This is the second time. My college band director did this for the first time, the first year that we did it, and his band was national award winning. He did all sorts of great things, and I had the honor to share the parade route with him, with us doing it from Alhambra and him doing it from my alma mater, University of Massachusetts. It's a huge honor to do this parade. And we're really excited about this, what it's going to mean for these kids.
In this year's